Now I need to go ahead and put some text in here. I'm going to go down and grab my type tool again. I want to have a different font, right? The font that we have for our title is more decorative looking. The font that I would want for my names of things down here is a little bit less decorative. I'm going to change my color as well. Alright, so let's go down here and choose, oops, sorry, got my type tool. Choose another font. Again, I have actually spent some time looking for a font before now. And make it left aligned, and change my spacing back to auto. Right, we've got some text. Again, this text also feels a little bit like it's blending in with what's around it. I'm going to go and add outer glow on that. I'm going to have that outer glow be black. And I'm going to make it smaller and a little bit less opaque. I just want it to pop a little bit off of whatever is behind it. So there's some text. I'm going to go add some more text with the magic of Julia Childing stuff. Okay, so I've got some more text in here. I would like to have a similar effect on that. Outer glow. Yeah, I can drop the opacity down a little bit more. Cool. And then underneath that, I have some other text in a different color. I would like to have that offset a little bit by a shape, which also is part of the requirements. So I'm going to come over here and grab the rectangle tool, get another color. And I'm just going to draw that color in there. Draw it in. I had rotated that type before, also using Command-T, free transform. I could have been a little smarter and selected both the type layer and the rectangle layer if I had made the rectangle later, but I didn't. So I rotated that and said, okay, it says this operation will turn a live shape into a regular path. Sure. That's because right now I am drawing a shape layer. I don't need that. I can just draw a regular set of pixels. That would be totally fine. I'm going to draw my next rectangle as pixels. So make a new layer, draw it in here. That's not the color I want. Let's make it a different color. Again, rotate it. Since I'm using free transform, I can also scale it a little bit. Now I can take that rectangle layer, I can give it a drop shadow, right, if I'm feeling fancy. You don't need to do any of that. Okay, so I've got some effects, I've got some solid color behind some of my text. So the other thing we needed to have, if I go ahead and look at my assignment description, I need to have one solid color shape with a picture inside of it. I'm going to do this as a shape layer. It says see examples. So if you look at the People magazine, right, there's a bunch of instances of that. So if we go over here and grab the ellipse tool, right now it has this fill. I'm going to give it a stroke. All right, I want it to have some sort of color to the edge. Bigger, what does that look like? That seems okay. Let's make it a little bit bigger overall. Okay. So I've got a shape of some sort. Now I'm going to go over to one of my other images. Copy, select all, copy, come back here, paste. Look at that's just so big. Free transform, Command T, bring it down. Wow. Okay, so my goal is to have this picture inside of that circle. So I'm just going to shrink it down about the right size. Come over here and rename it librarian face. Get rid of some old layers we don't need. All right, and I'm going to take the librarian face layer, hold down the Option key, and use circle as a clipping mask. So you'll notice that the stroke on that stays visible and the background is only visible if I move the librarian off of that circle. This means if I had cut out the background around her, then I could get like cool color circle behind her or whatever. If you think I'm cutting out anything around that hair, you're wrong. So that's good. We'll free transform, rotate her a little bit. I could also scale if I wanted, but that looks pretty reasonable. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of text. I could add some effects to that font. Cool. Let's say in black. Yeah, and that seems pretty reasonable. Shrink this down a little bit. Yeah, so if I look at my assignment description, masking, so that part of the person is covering the logo, article headers, coordinating colors from the main image, right? I'm sort of matching a little bit some of the reddish colors, some of the bluish colors, right? Not exactly the same, but coordinating, coordinate the colors of the fonts, done. At least 2 pieces of text should have noticeable effects applied. At least 1 piece of text should have a solid shape. Oh, I say solid color shape, not a pixel layer. You know, that doesn't matter. Make it either way. Behind it in a box or oval or starburst or whatever. Remember, those are other options that we have here. And you need to have at least one solid color shape with a picture inside of it, which is what we've got there. So we are good. I can go through, make sure that my layers, which right now the naming is terrible, the order is not that great, make sure that those are correct, save it, check those specs, and we are good.